morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just the Mom That Sims. I'm KT, and I'm here today with the new Sim series called 90 Day Fiancé Sim Edition. And so, if you love that show and you love The Sims 4, then this is the series for you. We are here in CAS today, creating Ava Naive. She is a beautiful sim who lost her mother at a young age and was taken in and raised by her uncle William and her aunt Carla, and she grew up side by side with her cousin Isaiah. Her uncle William is her mom's brother, and that side of the family really took her in and fully embraced her in every way. She was a daughter to them. And so we are building her out in CAS. I did start with the questions for a pre-made sim, which is something I rarely do. I did have a vision for Ava. However, I was very surprised with the traits that I was assigned based on the answers to the question because it really is going to feed into Ava's storyline. Ava lives with her cousin Isaiah. They actually live together. They are roommates in San Sequoia. And her uncle and aunt also live nearby in San Sequoia. She was raised there from the time her mom passed and is very comfortable there. However, though she was loved and embraced, she has always struggled with the way she sees herself. It did not matter how often her family told her she was beautiful. It didn't matter how charismatic she was and how easily she made friends. She could not see it in herself. And so, one thing about Ava is she can dress a little frumpy sometimes. She looks cute all the time, but she has not embraced her confidence yet. And you will see that as we start the series. Ava traveled as a child with her Uncle William and Aunt Carla and her cousin Isaiah to San Salvadorada. And it was a place that they had really good memories as a family after her mother's passing. And so they had a great time there. So as an adult, her and her cousin Isaiah went back, and it is there where she met her current boyfriend, Patricio Fuentes. And so it was, in a way, not love at first sight. It was kind of awkward, but Ava is in the business career and she is pretty straightforward about going about her day. But one thing that did happen was Ava sat down while on vacation at a piano that was in a common area, and she played and she sang, and her musical talents just went bright on display. And when Patricio saw it, it was like the sun rising. He felt all poetic and all things included. And that is when they fell in love. And so here is our close up of Ava. You saw her every day and her formal, and this is her athletic and her sleepwear, her party outfit that her Aunt Carla bought for her. And we also have her swimwear, a little conservative, and her hot weather outfit, and her cold weather outfit, and also her cold weather outfit. And this is Ava Naive. Now, I would like to introduce to you her Uncle William, who loves her just as a daughter. There is no difference to him. He took her in, he embraced her. And so this is a man that has a heart full of love. And that is what you will see in their family in San Sequoia. And he's going to support Ava because that has always been his role. Next, I would like you to meet William's wife, Carla. Carla and Ava are super close, thick as thieves. She loves Ava because Ava is the daughter that she never had. And lastly, I would like to introduce to you Isaiah. This is her cousin and roommate, and he loves her with everything. They had sibling rivalry and competitions growing up, but there is nothing but love between them at this stage in life. And therefore, I hope that you enjoy our sim edition of 90 Day Fiancé. This season on The Sims 4 edition of 90 Day Fiancé, she wants to propose to him on this day. Although he is her best friend, I am going to invite Celeste over. Celeste Michelson. Oh gosh, Hector, please extinguish. Okay. Let me tell you now. We have Isaiah here. Isaiah Kemp cousin is Ava Naive, and Ava is at work right now. However, she will be home soon, and she was a little bit upset as she cannot get in touch with her boyfriend, Patricio Fuentes from San Salvador. She did go to visit him a couple of months ago, sometime, and she has been trying to reach him for a good sim week now and cannot get in touch. So she is at work. She is planning to work hard today, and when she gets off, she will be taking a impromptu trip to San Salvador. Hey, if things have been sort of crazy lately, I need a place to stay. Yeah, sure, why not? I actually think the stayover event. Oh my gosh, it's Hector Leon from San Salvador. And so they did meet Hector while they were last in San Salvador. She's a regional manager and she only has one vacation day left because she's been spending every vacation day she has going to San Salvador. Also, their household funds are at 10,000 simoleons. And I'm going to say those are Ava's funds and that Isaiah has his own money stashed. He did go to San Salvador with her last time, so he has actually met Patricio. However, he does not know anything about him. Though Ava fancies herself in love, she does not know all traits about um Patricio. She knows three of his five traits: that he's a music lover, faithful, and generous. So Ava is home and she has run in because she is afraid of the storm. She is going to ask Hector about his day, and that is really her way of greeting him. I'm going to have her eat, and she's going to get ready to fly out to San Salvador. Before Ava flies out, she has actually come to visit her uncle and her aunt, going to become best friends with him right now. And this is definitely the closest relationship that she has. She is going to let him know that she is going out of town to visit her boyfriend. Yes, they definitely have a supportive dynamic, and she is going to brighten her aunt Carla's day. Carla is her aunt by marriage. This is her uncle's wife, but you would never know it considering how close their relationship is. And I'm just going to have her talk about a few things with them, and she's going to let them know that she's going to be headed out to vacation. She We are here, and Ava has gone to visit.
Chibi.
Eva's here, and she has
Sapulu.
gone to visit Patricio,
Injafibna.
and she
Oh.
fancies herself in love, but they
Wagyu,
have
Ruskan
just
Lankima,
shared their
Muchi
first
Pichi,
kiss.
Lur,
Really wants to know where he's
Gungane,
been
Florna
and what he has
Pifostima.
been up to. As you
Har.
can see,
Kibaya!
she found him
Pomeray
where
Bahira.
at the
Uzi.
bar. She just learned a new
Umfa
trait about him
Nebahana.
that he is grumpy,
Kazini.
and she's
Harsagat
never
Berbe,
known
Nebaza.
that before.
Varno,
She came here today because she is really in love
Apichi
with
Sleko,
him,
Chima.
and
and
despite
Kuna.
the
Umfa.
things she doesn't know about him, she has one day
Sibuna
off. She
Twarba
cannot
Horbe.
miss any more work, and
Higuna.
she
Kashim.
wants to
Oh, Pimpini.
propose.
Oh.
Eva's
Pun.
getting dressed up, and this is
Kiara
her version of
Balanse.
dressed up. She has something very important that she wants to say to Patricio, and she wants to tell him
Father.
that when she writes her next
Flabberang Zinze.
song, she
Dushal.
is going to
Tribna
dedicate it to
Frede.
Oh.
him because one of the
Richaribo.
reasons they bonded was that as shy as she
Boolay
is,
Nickel, Shmoony
she
Niboo,
heard
Short
he
Huh?
heard her
Wop.
playing the piano and singing, and instantly he fell in love. She wants to propose to
Shoiba.
him on this day.
Yes.
Even though their friendship is not all the way to the top, neither is their romance. Um,
Oh. Oh.
Ava
Boogie
has
Fanoi.
not.
Gotha.
Uh-huh.
She had not
Huso.
kissed him before this trip.
Tongubu
They held
Yes.
hands.
Arabao.
She had not
Typical.
Bigla.
woo-woo with him before
Sarpava
this trip.
youngies.
And it seems like he's got somewhere else he wants to be now, and he's gone. This is kind of
Askana
what Tricio does.
Yasmin.
Shelma.
If you notice, let's look
Munkin
up.
Kale
Her San
Kalora.
Salvadorian culture is at a level
Limpo.
2. So she's a little
Dolphin.
bit naive. Now, here's the thing about Ava.
Shinku.
She is
Rangoya.
beautiful. However, she does
Randu.
not know that she's beautiful. She has a lot of issues that
Seneke.
are
Uli.
stemming
So,
from
Vinosa
her
Batanaga.
adoption by her uncle and her mom's passing, struggles with how she sees herself. Let's state the obvious. Ava is white. Her uncle and aunt, her uncle is her biological uncle. He is actually mixed race. Her
Oh,
mom and her uncle had the same mother. So they
yeah.
were half brothers and sisters. Mom had one father and her uncle had a different
Yabasane.
father. And so her
Uh-huh.
mom was white and her uncle is mixed race. Now, of course, you met her uncle's wife, who they could not be closer, and she's black, and so is their son. But there was never any feelings of differences within their home. They've always told her she's beautiful. She's always been like a daughter. In the past, her cousin did have hard feelings sometimes about Ava coming to live with them because he was the only child and it was just hard to share his parents and his life. But over time, as he aged and matured, he realized that Ava needed people in her life. And that at the end of everything, in the beginning of everything, they are a family. And nothing can replace that. And that's why they're roommates and they are super close now. Eva is going to want a wedding and she will have that.
Larkum
We will use
Hana.
my wedding stories
Mo
that
Yes.
spec.
I don't use often because
Hakuin
even with the
Luma.
patchwork, it's still
Shivaya.
a little
Olfin
bit
Hobaro.
sketchy. Um,
Benarg.
let's see
Okay.
if they can make
Rapuposa.
out because this is
Numiv.
not
Amsum.
territory
Wasu.
that Ava has been in before. She
Yabasane.
has wanted to move things along super fast on one
Uh-huh.
hand because she has rushed
Mm.
to a
Oh.
proposal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and even if you notice in the game, I had to have him become her
Must live.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
But in her
Oh.
mind, they were already a couple. what had happened is they had
Ah.
not actually had the exclusivity
Mm,
conversation, and
mm.
that's important. And
Kifaya.
so
That family.
she is
Oh,
just a newbie to
Oh,
this.
Kiranga.
This would be her first
Bahira.
huh?
love, and her
Laikai.
first in
Oh,
a lot of ways because growing up,
Machable.
Ava was a little shy,
Ah,
and some of it was just
Oh.
because of her
mm,
circumstances. Her aunt and uncle both worked
Oh.
hard to tell
mm,
Ava how beautiful she was and to bring her
Mm.
out of
Ah.
her mind and those feelings she had. They did get her some therapy after she lost her
Ah.
mother, focused on grief counseling and building her self esteem. They
Oh.
worked actively with her on that. But as a young adult, even as you can see, I believe that
Eva.
her outfit is
Listeners.
cute, but she
Huh?
dresses maybe a
Oh.
little bit older than she is. And I also believe that Ava thinks that she has to dress a certain way because Ava has a cute shape, but Ava doesn't feel like her shape is cute. And if you perceive that you're
Merci,
beautiful,
du
then you
drip.
will be.
Oh, no.
See, she's
Yada
getting a little
Henny.
confident. She's
The
shaking those
Gabra
hips.
Twibu.
Get it.
Swag J.
Get it, Ava. And let's see what she knows. Outgoing, faithful, generous, and grumpy. So she just learned about the grumpy trait, and we'll see what else there is to know about him. And even like now, sometimes they have this gap in cultural
Mobsy Rixel.
knowledge of
Tway.
each
Fubar.
other,
Uh,
and
oh, carbs.
so sometimes
Ah,
they just don't
Kinesamola.
talk as much as they could talk.
Uh,
Now,
Kanad Fanusa.
she does
Uh,
know some
Meshka
things about
Fomp.
him, but the
Womberg.
biggest thing she
Exvanoy
knows is that
Zots.
they have this
Wasusa.
amazing
Elfin Hobaro.
compatibility. Now, one thing that
Lanai.
Ava doesn't know, and I
Ah,
know it says she
Kissenai
learned it, but
Wanfish.
gameplay, she does not know that
Aragaba Yemful.
Patricio is
Iaflu.
unemployed.
Uh-huh.
I believe she thinks
Gaunim
because she
Shersha.
sees him around the
Ribbit
bar that he
Subao.
works at the bar,
Ah,
but
Pomeray
he does
Bahira.
not. And some of
Nasi.
the connections that she's
Lovo
made here
Kerathoi.
um, do have
Zaboa.
jobs around town
Shazzle.
in the tourist industry,
Oh.
but he
Oh,
does not.
Dene.
Ava is home and she's letting her
Rashu.
cousin Isaiah know that she is getting
Probospheric?
married and
Efanusa
he's
Brab.
asking
Ah,
to be
chul,
her
chul.
sim of honor.
Rapna. Dabishi Slekam.
Isaiah is a caterer
Kankuya.
and he actually has to
Oh,
be at work
Hipsa.
in a few minutes.
Uh-huh.
And and this is the spirit of their relationship. They compete, they get really competitive. I'm gonna have Ava start to work on a lively tune. Um, Hector is here as a stayover guest, and Isaiah has to be at his job as a caterer in, yes, that's level 3. And now he has to be there now. And so I'm gonna let her work on that while Hector just chills out around the house. Although
Ah,
he is her
the
best
Largus
friend,
Ikuni.
I am going to invite Celeste over. Celeste Michelson. Oh gosh, Hector, please extinguish. Okay. Let me tell you now. Oh gosh. And she's already broke. I mean, what else can we do? Let me tell him now. Let's don't help out. Carla came over. So I'm gonna invite her in. And one thing
Ursagat Brave.
Carla
Maranoi.
does not know about our engagement yet. Oh, and
Rasima.
here's her other friend from
Polinas
San
Bomazoi.
Salvador.
Chimari
The
Lahoin.
thing about Ava, she really has some
Da.
good things going for
Chibi.
her. She's very friendly and outgoing. She's musically talented. She's family oriented, but she just her confidence and self-esteem just is not where it should be. And she's even feeling confident now from being engaged, but from really putting that fire out. He's gonna be excited. Like Carla's gonna be excited for her. See, she's asking, did you fly over to go see Patricio? And of course she did. And so I don't know what happened with Celeste, but I'm gonna invite her over one more time before Ava goes to
Befallen
bed.
Narble.
Cause her uncle can be her best friend, but sometimes she just needs some girl talk. And she is going to announce her engagement. And I really don't know what Celeste will say, but
Follaroo.
Celeste has
Parfine
warned
gloss.
her to be cautious. She's also going to be happy, but you know, she wants her uncle to officiate the wedding. So we're going to ask her to be the ring bearer at the
Susa
wedding.
Follaroo.
And absolutely, she will be. What William understands is that Ava has to live her own life, and he knows that it will work out one way or another. Now, he does feel like she could maybe get to know Patricia better because he can't feel any way about Patricia because he just doesn't know him. But that is the concern that he has, and that's all the concern he needs as her uncle who has been a father figure to her. Isaiah he is a romance sim, so he is always wanting to meet someone new, and I actually think that oh, not in your cousin's bed. Oh my gosh. Okay. Looks like Nina is very much pregnant. Let's wake her up because our cousin is gonna kill us. Like she really is. And let's look. She's absolutely pregnant. But by Mitchell Kalani, like they barely get along, but the woohoo is real. And he likes that, and so that's what they meet up and do. But Isaiah, though he is romancing two other Sims in addition. Patricia has gone off the map again, and she's really worried that he's going to break off the engagement. So she's actually going to go ahead and schedule a wedding ceremony for Saturday. And what she's hoping is that he will show up and that he will marry her. And I'm going to get that scheduled. When we come back, we will have a wedding and a family reunion. And I hope that you enjoy today's episode of The Sims 4 edition of 90 Day Fiancé. Until next time, keep simming, be happy, and have a blessed day. Bye bye.